Sorry, guys. Yep, I like to just so we can review the footage, see where we went wrong, see where we went right. But yes, why the masks? So the reason we wear the mask is it's not a comfortable thing. We don't have fun wearing the mask. There's a purpose behind it. So we were in a position like a year ago where we had a large job. We were doing about $1 million in revenue a month with this one customer. We had a big job coming up that would have generated us about $5 million in revenue. The oil company ended up seeing our YouTube footage, what we were doing on YouTube, because we used to do this without the masks, and someone got a bad taste in their mouth. They ended up exiling us from that oil company. It costed us about $5 million in revenue. So the reason why we wear the masks is so our online business and what we do online doesn't affect what we do in the oil field and doesn't affect our main business, which is basically how we live, you know? So that's why we wear the masks. It's not for fun. It's because there's some functionality there. So one thing.
Yeah, and then I will tell you guys, I here in a little bit we're going to be telling you why we're trying to bring this awareness to you guys. I know it's crazy. We're the only ones in the whole market in all of water hauling that's trying to help you guys get into the oil field. And I know you have questions why, so we'll be answering that later on. I'm telling you,
Yep.
it's a big deal.
So
It's a
then
big, big deal.
we're gonna go ahead and get started. But in the meantime, if everyone would please just go ahead and mute your mics, that'd be like greatly appreciated. Just because if we have all this background noise, it definitely makes the flow of the process a little bit difficult. But in all honesty, right now that's what I'm doing. I'm muting everyone in the chat so we don't run into an issue where we're getting all this volume. So just give me 1 second while I do so. 1 second. All right, that's everyone. I think we're good. All right, go ahead. We'll go ahead and get started now. So, one thing I do want to say. So Zoom has a function. The function is being able to type in the chat. There's a chat function. If everyone could just, while you take the 2 seconds to find where that chat function is, and just go ahead and make sure to use it, just see if it works, see if it works on your computer. But basically, why I'm telling you to do this is because throughout the entire presentation, you're going to have a lot of questions, and by the time we get to the end for Q&A, you want to make sure to remember the thing you want to ask. So like if anything, if you have any questions that might pop in your mind, any comments throughout this entire like deal, I'd highly recommend throwing it in that chat. So you're in a position where when we get to Q&A, you're not like, oh fuck, what was that? Man, I needed to ask that question, but I don't. No, make sure you use the chat. Let's get on with it. So
Hey, if you guys can please put it on mute.
right there.
And in this section, we would like to tell you guys a little bit about our credibility, because I think that's a really big deal. If I was listening to somebody trying to embark on a new business, I would want to make sure I'm not listening to somebody that's an employee or that has never scaled before. I think it's kind of important to tell you a little bit about us. But yeah, we started off as company drivers about 5 years ago, and today we have a little over 30 to 40 trucks in the field. We have 4 oil field businesses, and in this market, that might sound petty to you guys possibly, but in this market, you got to understand, to get an oil contract out here, it takes some people 3 to 5 years to get one oil contract. We've gotten 8 in the last year. We're very good at what we're doing. Not only that, when you guys come out here, or if you do come out here and you find out who we are, you'll see that we're the fastest growing company in the water hauling industry compared to everybody else, and we are the newest in the last decade. When you guys come out here, you'll see that all the companies that you lease onto and things of that nature, or the people that are in our space of going direct with the oil companies. By the way, we're not like triple brokering or anything like that. No, we have our own MSAs and our own contracts. You'll see that these companies have been out here for 15, 20, 30, 40 years. We're the only ones that have only been out here doing what we've been doing in the last 5 years out of everybody. So I feel like that's a huge deal that you guys are getting information from people that went from company drivers to owning 4 oil field companies. When you see all these other people that have been here for 20, 30, 40 years and they only have one oil field company, obviously we figured something out. We figured out how to come from not knowing anything about trucking, period. All right, not even knowing what a crescent wrench is, and to be able to come in here and easily almost dominate in our industry. No, we're not 50, $100 million like some of these other companies, but we're progressing pretty fast. So that's where you're receiving this information. We're not still holding our steering wheels. We're doing everything that we're doing over the phone. Everybody doesn't know if we leave North Dakota or we come to North Dakota. It is pretty impressive, and I'm very proud of what we've been able to do. And that's why I'm so confident to tell you guys about these things, because just getting you as an owner operator or anybody to grow 5 or 6, 7 trucks, Easy. It's a snap of the finger for all these people because of the knowledge that we have. So we just want to let you guys know that that's kind of a little bit about us.
But I will interject real quick. So yes, to give you guys a little bit of more of a breakdown, I'll be quick with it. So understand that in this game, you have it's just like over the road somewhat when it comes to the hierarchy. So you have brokers, you have subcontractors, you have company drivers. So what we're teaching individuals is how to come in and become a subcontractor with their own truck, their own trailer, and generate the profits that we're talking about. Most people never, like I'd say 0.00001% of the truckers that come out here become subcontractors get to the position where they have their own master service agreements, which is the position we're in. Out of all the brokers in the game, everyone's been here for 15, 20, 30 years. They've been here during the boom. We're the only new brokers in this game, and we've been able to do it in less than 3 years. So yes, and the reason is because we know the market like no other. So yeah, let's move on.
And that's a huge year. In 5 years total, well, we've got only in business for what, 4.5 years, truly with our first truck. We've done maybe about $20 million in revenue, which, is growing rapidly. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a perspective. It's not like we're sitting here making hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, there's a lot of money to be made out there easily by two dipshits that you're listening to. If we can do it, everybody else pretty much that comes from
So, yeah.
beginnings of trucking can do it.
So I'm gonna get to this slide after. I'm gonna start here because honestly, like the most important thing everyone wants to know is like how much money can you really make? All right. So I have a video on YouTube. Highly recommend you guys watch it. It's like a 15-minute video. I'm not gonna break down like as extensive as I do in that video, but it's called the profits of a water hauler in the oil field. Highly recommend you go on Oil Brick Road. Check that out on YouTube if you want more information. But if you guys look at the screen right now, these are the numbers. These are the numbers broken down.
These are the average numbers. These aren't the numbers of the top 1%. These are what everybody averages.
Yes, this
Top
is on
1% is way more.
Yes, these are on average what you're going to be seeing, what you're going to be doing as an owner operator, right? So this factors in every single expense you could think about from the broker fee, broker fee, fuel, maintenance, insurance, and honestly, and miscellaneous expenses, trailer rent, like literally every single expense you could think about is calculated within this calculation. So
And by the way, this data didn't come from us having or somebody having one good month. No, this data was collected over the last 3 years that we've
yeah, these are
collected
averages.
to show an average.
These are averages, like for example, when it comes to maintenance, you might have a month where you just do an oil change, you might have a month where you blow a transmission. So this is
Well,
like
let's go
the
ahead and do it.
averages across, but yes. So on average, we bill out 140 an hour. That's the typical rate that we bill out here, 140 an hour to the truck. A typical shift, we on average work 16 hours a day or 14 hours a day. You can work 16, 18, 20, but on average we work 14. That's a shift. That comes out to 1960 a day. All the expenses that I talked about comes out to around 894 a day. Daily profit, $1,066 a day. At the end of the month, that's 31,980. So yes, those are the margins when you're talking about being a single owner operator working every single day in the oil field. About $360,000 a year.
And these are the margins of doing about 700 to 1,000 miles a week and burning about 12 to 1,500 a week in fuel.
Yes,
Kind
guys.
of give you perspective.
And yes, here in the next slide. Well, honestly, I'll go back to the last slide. So we're going to be talking about what the water hauling industry is. All right, what is the water hauling industry? So, basically, in short, you have oil companies. Obviously, the oil company, they're drilling, they're fracking, they're coiling, they're doing a bunch of different operations. Understand that in order for these operations to occur, they need fluid, water hauled in, they need water hauled out. It's just part of the business. All right, they need water for a bunch of different reasons on location. That's where the trucks come in. So basically, what you're going to be doing is your whole day is going to be going to location, loading, going to another location, offloading, and going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So like just to give you guys a little bit more. So you get to location, you turn on your pump, you hop out of the truck, you hook up your hose, you open some valves, you wait 20, 30 minutes to load, you then disconnect your hose, go to the next location, repeat the process. It's really that easy. And in all honesty, that's why we're able to see like such crazy profit margins out here compared to most businesses, is because out of 7 hours out of the 14-hour day, we're loading or offloading because it takes about 20, 30 minutes to load, 20, 30 minutes to offload. So literally your truck is just sitting there idling, making 140 an hour. And 7 hours of the time that you're actually driving, you're driving empty miles because you're getting paid 140 an hour to go to disposal loaded and then 140 an hour to go back to get another load empty. So not only are you idling half the day, the half of the time that you're driving, you're literally empty. So that's why we're able to save so much on fuel. That's why we're not really burning a lot when it comes to maintenance. There's a lot of reasons there why we see so much profits. So that's the water hauling game in a nutshell. So let's talk about the business aspect of it. How do you guys like what's the business? All right. So you see oil companies at the top. Underneath the oil company, you have the brokers like ourselves that have the direct master service agreement. So this is how it goes. All right. I'll get a call from a consultant. They'll be like, "Hey, what's going on Old Brick Road? I need a truck on location at 7 a.m." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I'll go on my list of subcontractors. You guys, I'll say, "All right, cool. I'll use Jim today for this job." "Hey, what's going on, Jim? I got a call from a company man yesterday. He needs to have a guy on location at 7 a.m. Can you do it for me?" Yes, or you, Jim, you say, "Yeah, I'll be there at 7 a.m." You pull up at 7 a.m., you work the whole day, you make your $2,000, repeat the process the next day. That's really how it goes. Oil company then pays me, I pay you guys, minus my percentage. So yes, that is, and when I say me, I don't mean me, I just mean like the brokers in the game. There's many brokers out here. I'm not the only one. So that's what the job is. That's what the business is. It's a very, very simple game. It's literally like truck, trailer, hoses, fittings, off to the races.
But we'll tell you guys when we say brokers, it's not the same thing that you guys see over the road. Brokers out there, they'll get a job for a load for $7,000. They'll hand it to you for 1,500, even though that they're saying that they are taking a certain percentage from you. You know that they're ghost profiting in the background. Out here, what's great about this business and why you probably make so much, because you'd probably make the same amount over the road if they were truthful and honest. You write your own invoices out here. That makes a huge difference when you write out your own invoice with the exact amount of money that the oil company has contracted that person that you're on and under to be able to perform that job and task. So there's no way for us to triple or ghost profit or triple broker or anything like that goes on out here. So that's important for you guys to understand that as well. That whatever rate you see it as is actually the real rate that we're making those connections with. So that's a huge deal. It's big.
So yeah, guys, understand that. All right. Yes. And it's not a 30% off the top, not for like literally the brokers out here, it's 15% off the top. That's all we take. Like literally, that's just the industry standard.
Yeah, and then one more thing, the jobs out here, when we said, oh, job to job to job to job, I'd say about 85% of the jobs out here are month in, month out, years, all those things. Like these aren't like one and dones real
Yeah, yeah.
quick.
You're not chasing a load board. It's literally like
Yeah.
I'll have a customer. Like for example, there's something called production wells. So imagine like wells produced on a consistent basis. So these wells are always filling up with water. They never stop filling up with water. And if the tank overflows, you lose. So basically, imagine a tank that's constantly filling, and you're just constantly pulling up and getting money out of it.
And
It's
you've
like
got
money.
you've got thousands and thousands of them out there, and that's what makes this business awesome. Remember, when they drill for oil, 100% of the fluid that's coming out, only 12 to 15% of all that fluid coming out of the ground is oil. Everything else is the water we have to put somewhere. That's why we're not talking to you about oil hauling, flatbedding, anything else, any other industry, because this is not seasonal. It is consistent. It's 24/7. And we have an unbelievable demand for people out here that we just can't fill, and it's a fucking problem. So remember that part. That's a very important fact for you to know.
Yes, guys. So we talked about the profits of being a single owner operator. Now we're going to be who's calling me?
What was it?
Yo, can you call Dwayne?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. All
All
right.
right, cool. So yes, we were talking about the profits of being a single owner operator, but now we're going to be talking about the profits of building a fleet. If you guys see the screen right here, you'll see what it is. So obviously, well, some different people have different goals. All right, my goal to come here to North Dakota wasn't to make $30,000 a month driving a truck because then you drive a truck forever. My goal was to come out here, build a business, hire drivers, get out, and that's what we did. All right, I didn't get out completely because I'm still growing this business. I want to get it as big as I can get it, but different people have different goals. So understand that this is scalable, and we're teaching people how to be in a position where they never drive again. But yes, these are the breakdowns of the profits when you're talking about hiring drivers. So we talked about 1960 a day.
There's probably millions of people living here.
1 second. Sorry, guys. Just gonna go ahead. If everyone would just go ahead and put themselves on mute. Like I said, at the very end, we're gonna like get to Q&A, and like this isn't me being disrespectful. I don't like muting people, so don't think I'm coming at you in a hostile manner in any way. So
So
So yeah, so yes, what was my train of thought? So yeah, 1960 a day, 894 the expenses that we talked about earlier. The driver payout, we typically pay them 30% of the gross revenue. I believe in paying my people like the highest wage. There are people that nickel and dime and pay 25%, 26. I like to pay myself, make my guys good because then they're happy. They don't go anywhere. They do a good job. Pay people 30%. That's what I teach. So the driver payout is going to be 588 a day. That puts you at a daily profit after all expenses, after the driver's paid out of 478 a day. You do that 30 days out of the month. Your driver just profited you $14,000. Now the truck generated 60 grand, but your profit was 14 grand. Still fucking sweet. All right. Right here, you see the breakdowns of like what at scale. So one truck, $14,000 a month. Three trucks, you're looking at $43,000 a month. Five trucks, 71. 10 trucks, 143. And you guys could just do the math from there. But yes, these are the profits. This is what we're doing. This is what we're preaching, and this is why we're here. This is typically what my partner talks about. We could probably just go ahead and we'll get back to that. So I'm going to be talking about. So we talked about the profit margins. We talked about what the day-to-day looks like. Now let's talk about what it looks like building a business. So I'm going to put myself in your shoes and be like, all right, cool. How do I talk to an individual and how do I paint a picture for an individual that's never been in this business? So I show them the timeline, the things they need to do, how long it's going to take. So yes, if you have the money to, well, the toughest thing really is just saving up to buy your first semi truck. Yes, semi trucks don't cost 200 grand. All right. Yes, you can buy them brand new. I don't recommend that. Literally, I buy farm trucks. They work here in the oil field just well because we're not subject to all the DOT law. We're gonna get into that later. But literally, like I bought two of my semi trucks have been $8,000 buys. They still run today. I bought two semi trucks for 12,000. The majority are in that $20,000 range. I never buy a truck more than 25. So understand that the largest expense that you're going to be paying would be buying the semi truck. But it's not like you're throwing the money away, the values in the truck, because you could always turn around and sell it for 20 grand. So you're just parking your money somewhere else if you really want to talk about it. So yes. So
Let me just pause. Hey, real quick. Do we have dust control tomorrow? Or are we done?
no, we got dust control. I'm gonna use Richard, and I'm gonna use the guy from that one company.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Cool. No problem.
We'll
Cool.
figure out jobs after this thing. All right.
All right. All right. We need like 2 or 3 more trucks out there at
All
that
right.
one place
After
that Rob's at. Okay.
after.
Fine. All right. Keep going. All right. Let's go.
Are you back though?
Yes, I'm back for right now.
Okay, we'll get to
Oh,
because we skipped like two slides you usually do. So like I'll just get through the slides you do, and
okay.
then we'll get
Okay.
back to that after.
All
But
right.
Truck
Thank
has
you.
you again. That truck has night out.
1 second, go for it. So what was I saying? Yes. So yes, if you have the money to buy a semi truck in as little as 30 days, you could become an owner operator and doing what we're doing. Well, doing what we're talking about in numbers. And within your first year, you can be in a position where you have 5 trucks, 5 drivers, they're rolling, you're not driving, you're making the money.
And
That's a
remember, guys, we're only giving
thing.
you we're only giving you the advice of what not only we see everybody else doing, but what we did personally and how we did it. We're not giving you advice of how anybody else did it. All right. So that's very important for you guys to understand that, like, we physically embody this as quick as we're saying, and the people that we've helped, and some of the people that we haven't helped that just around the atmosphere, they have all done the same thing. That's why we're so confident when we tell you this is that fucking easy.
Yes, understand that me and my partner, like in the last 2 months, we bought another 5 trucks and hired another 5 drivers. So, like, yes, if you're really good at what you do and you're established, it's quick.
Well, I
Didn't
mean,
take
it
us
was
a
pretty.
whole year to add another 5 drivers to our fleet, buy another 5 trucks. But yes, for
Yeah.
someone coming in new to the game, within a year, you could really get that number. Very achievable.
And we are going to tell you some of the things about like what makes somebody fail and how the fuck like not everybody is just completely successful at it. That's very, very important. We don't want to just give you guys all the positivities. There's negativities to it, but it's really, really simple to avoid as long as you avoid it.
So, yeah, we'll get into it. 1 second. Let me get the next slide. Where's my little cursor? All right, cool. So this is what it is. All right, within your first 30 days, this is how you get into the oil business, the trucking business, and the oil industry. This is literally everything you have to do. It can be done within 30 days. It's very easy. It's literally you get your oil field certifications. You get a job for like a week just to get some experience to get the repetitions in. All right, you set up your business structures when it comes to your LLC, your bank account, and your vendor relationships with like the fuel stations and the mechanic shops and the accountants. All right, from there you go ahead and buy a truck, lease a trailer, buy the hose, fittings, tools, and supplies. And I'm literally reading off the screen because that's what it is. Get your insurance and permits, lease on all the brokers in the Bakken, and you're done. That's literally how easy it is, guys. That's like, that is the step by step on how to get in the oil field. And within 30 days, you guys could achieve that and be making the money that we're talking about. Now let's talk about growing a fleet. All right. From there, you start working, you're leased on all the companies in the Bakken, you're working your ass off to make that money. All right, within 2 months, you should have enough money set aside for operating capital and to have enough money for your second truck. And then you literally buy a truck, hire a driver, and get him engaged within the system, train that driver, cut him loose, and now he's working. Buy a second truck within 2 months, do it again, do it again, do it again. Every 2 to 3 months, you could be buying another truck, throwing a driver in it. So yes, guys, that's literally what it is. I just told you how to become an owner operator in less than 30 days and how to scale to five trucks within a year. Now, yes, is there some more shit? Of course, it'll take me fucking hours to really break down everything you need to do when it comes to like how to do it. But this is like the rough draft of like, hey, this is what you need to do.
Well, why this seems impossible for a lot of you guys is because your profit margins are straight dog shit where you guys are at over the road. You what profit maybe two, maybe 3 or 4 grand at the end of the month having a driver in there, if that. Out here, because we're profiting $10,000 to $15,000 after we have drivers in the truck, or $20,000 to $25,000 every time you drive for yourself, like true profits after the month. That's why it's easy to scale. It's just really fucked up because yeah, teaching you guys how to make $1 million a year is easy. How to teach you guys how to keep it is the difficult part. A lot of these people that come out here are really uneducated. They either don't have there's people out here that are owner operators with multiple trucks that barely speak English. They don't have licenses. I mean, the space is super easy to get into. There's always a crazy demand going on out here, but a lot of people fuck off their money. They fuck it off so much that they actually go bankrupt, or they go upside down, or belly up, or their wives want to divorce them, or all these different things. And they are making so much money, they've got debt up to their eyeballs because they thought that they're going to be able to expand easy after their bills are basically exceeding what they're actually making. There's all these different things because the oil field is full of misfits, felons, uneducated people. That's just what we are, because those are the only crazy enough people to come out here and do it. Why me and my brother do so well out here is because we weren't really part of that type of posse. We speak well, we're a little bit more educated, we understand that there's a different way to carry yourself. And not only that, this is a big one, I know this is going to sound cliche, but our attitude. We've been excited every single day. There's people that come out here and they fuck off their money, or they don't try to grow and they're holding onto their steering wheel, beating up their body. And yeah, they make $500,000 for the year, but after 3 years of beating up your body, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. So a lot of these people, they become depressed, or they basically have a piss poor attitude to the oil field, especially if they get slow for a couple of days. They start flipping out because now their bills, even though they're profiting 25,000 a month, their bills are 25,000 a month. So it doesn't matter. A guy that can't manage $500 a day or $500 a week, you throw him out here to give him $15,000 to $40,000 a week, he still can't manage it. Think about what I'm saying, people.
Understand that, a lot of people say they've never made 20 grand in a month. They'll tell you that it's not a lot of money. It's really easy to burn through. But back to like so we talked about within 30 days becoming an owner operator. We talked about within 1 year growing your fleet to 5 trucks, profiting your $70,000 a month. This is an average, by the way. Yeah, I mean, you might only profit $50,000 a month. You might be able to get yourself in a position where you're profiting 100 grand a month, depending on like how badass your drivers are and the fucking cake jobs. There's wiggle room there, all right, but it ain't much. So I'm just talking about an average. So yes, eventually you get to the point, and this is what the system could look like, because I can only imagine majority of the people here don't want to drive for the rest of their life, even though they're making some good money. Literally, this business becomes very, very automated. All right, you get to the point where you're leased onto the brokers in the back, and they know who you are. They know your drivers. They like your drivers. The drivers call dispatch. So the drivers are dispatching themselves and take care of their own jobs. All right, you give all your drivers a fuel card, so the fuel's good. You tell your drivers the mechanic shops to go to. The mechanic shop knows you, so he's going to take care of you. And from there, whenever your drivers have a breakdown, they literally just take it to the shop, get it fixed, get back on the road. You have the accountant that takes care of the books. Literally, your whole job is just checking in with the drivers, making sure they're happy, checking in with the brokers, making sure your drivers are doing a good job, and making sure that everyone's getting paid and you're not jipping anyone on money.
That's a huge deal, guys. The pay is the biggest deal. A lot of people that make so much money, they don't realize that they have 8, 9, 10 trucks out there. They forget, they go on too many vacations. They start fucking up on pay scheduling. They forget to pay their mechanic. I just did it today, actually. I had somebody do some work for us 2 days ago. I totally forgot to pay him. And he called me today and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Bro, I'm sorry. I sent him the Cash App right away." Like that is the number one thing. But some people like don't answer the phone because their business is just operating, and we get so pissed off about it because we deal with these dumbass owner operators. Which most of the people out here, I'd say 95% of the owner operators or the guys who own trucking companies out here shouldn't be owning their shit because they're not very, very good at paying their bills on time and making sure that their shit is buttoned up so that when I call them for services, that I'm not dealing with a disaster that I got to try to babysit myself. Huge deal.
Okay. So now, besides the monetary gain, so we're going to be talking about one of the reasons why we're doing what we're doing, and there is a big reason behind it. And I'll let my brother take over because this is usually what he talks about. We have the slides that we do.
Well, we did, I think, skip over something that I do want to make very, very clear to everybody. I'm not sure if you already told them, but you do not need us for this business, right? Did you talk to them about that?
That's next slide. That's
Well, I just want to get that out of the way.
all right.
You
Whatever.
do not need us to be able to be successful out here. Just because we have a platform that you can buy into in the brotherhood and all this shit that I'm going to talk about, that's great. But just remember that all of us previous to this, the thousands of people that have came in and out have all done it without people holding their hands or being a tour guide for them or making it easier. Yes. Are we making it 1000% easier to be a part of this business and we're educating you in a way that's actually going to benefit the Bakken in a
But I
huge
do
way?
want to
Yes.
interject for a split second. So yes, there are thousands of people that have done this on their own that came in and that came out. But at the same time, out of those thousands of people that have came in and came out, we're one of very, very few that have gotten to the position that we're in, and there's a reason.
Yes, there is a reason. Like I said, I really believe that we have a formula. We've only helped maybe, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 people out doing exactly this. So it's not like thousands or hundreds of people. But I feel like that's enough positive success rate for me to be able to say, hey, I'm good enough to be able to guide you as well. But I will say like movement's a huge deal. I'm going to tell you a little bit about like more so what we've got going on out here. I told you already we have an attitude problem out here. There's a lot of people that are basically you got to pull teeth to move somebody for $2,000 a day. Everybody out here is so spoiled rotten with the amount of money that they've been able to make and the fact that there's always money there. People are getting extremely lazy. It's a very difficult industry to get into. So we kind of only have who we have. There's a giant like tumbling recycling machine out here. Like people will leave this company, go over to this company. There's not a lot of newcomers coming in, and Indeed and Facebook Marketplace isn't bringing enough great talent out here. We're trying to look for people that are kind of like more business savvy or like-minded
Guys,
like us.
we need more owner operators. All right. There's not enough truckers out here to take care of all the work. And if we could get more people out here, we could take over the Bakken, is basically what we're trying to get at.
So, and I will say for the last 2.5 years, the oil market has been on more of a downtrend. It's been a dead market in a sense, but we're about to have another growth spurt for the next 3 to 5 years, like we did the last one. And it usually goes through those trends. It goes down for about 2.5 years, and then it goes up for a couple of years. And that's just what it is. If you look at any of the charts from 2014 to today, you'll see the up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Even though it has been down, you might get worried about that. Every market goes down, but we figured out a way to be able to stay linear and keep improving. While multiple companies might be losing millions of dollars because they are having to downsize, we figured out how to increase our volume every year, even though we've been on a downtrend. And now we're hitting this point that I've been like Chicken Little. The sky is falling for the last year and a half, saying like we don't have enough trucks to be able to support this infrastructure. What the fuck are we gonna do? And it hasn't really been as aggressive as it has lately. But now it's to the point where every trucking company basically needs an extra 30 to 40 to 50 people. Like we need an extra maybe 500, 800 to 1,000 people to come out here in the next 2 years, or this place is going to be almost impossible to be able to service the customers correctly. And we've already seen it once before. And so we're trying to create a pipeline of like people that not only are just coming out here and being aware like this business exists, but I would love for you guys to come out here and embody who we are as well, because we've created a way to like almost like a brotherhood, help people understand how to do better in this business to be able to service our customers better. So what I'm explaining is this. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. instead of putting 20 different individuals out there, I'd rather find somebody that has 15 trucks that oversees their shit the way I see my 15 trucks to be able to help me service other customers and get to my tasks a lot easier. So I'm hoping a lot of you guys come out here and you try to grow to 5 or 6 trucks, because it's so much easier to talk to you to send your 5 trucks in a direction rather than speaking to 5 individuals. So that's a huge deal. Not a lot of people know how to grow in this business, so that's what we're teaching people how to do it, so that we can service our customers even better. Not only that, with the WhatsApp groups that we've created with over 600 truckers in one, and then all the people that got into the platform, and we're basically all holding our hands. And this is the first time we've ever done this before. This is literally the first time in the industry that we've ever had underground WhatsApp groups, so we can all communicate with each other, giving people jobs, making sure the mechanics are on there constantly. Like, you don't understand how priceless it is to be out there in the Bakken and to be able to text on a WhatsApp group like, look, man, my Lovejoy just broke down. Is anybody available to take care of me? It's 12 at night. And then within an hour and a half, somebody's already on their way, and you cash app them and you keep on going, and you don't have to go and try to find a mechanic the next day and lose out on $2,000. Like, we're creating, like I said, a brotherhood. And what I believe is, like, basically, to put it in lame terms, the story 300, if you would, Leonidas went out there with 300, and yeah, it was a great story, but it ended. But if Leonidas had 300 Leonidases, it would be a lot different. And we know if we bring you guys out here through our brotherhood, we're going to become a very, very powerful unit out here, and we're going to be able to take over the Bakken in a legendary way, because not only were we bringing all the people out here and they're kind of, going through us, and we're all attached in some way compared to all the other trucking companies out there, and we have more of a brotherhood vibe to each other. But now I can go to these oilfield companies and I can say, look, I know the most truckers out here, and the person that knows the most in the network is the most powerful person. So you guys are helping us with a whole nother way of doing business out here that's never been conducted before. So that's a huge deal.
So yeah, guys, we'll move on. But yes, guys, in short, like I said, there are not enough truckers out here, and the guys that we have aren't talented enough to be able to service the customers in the way we want to. And in short, we're trying to get people laced up to the same level that we're laced up at, so we could service our guys better, and then basically be a better company and take over the Bakken. So yes, that's basically why we're doing this, guys. So let me see. So yes, these are some of the frequently asked questions. So yes, do you need money to get started here in the oil field? No, you can be flat broke. I came here with no money. I grinded out. You might ask me, well, you say you don't need money, but how am I going to make the money to be able to get a $20,000 truck? Well, I will say out here as a company driver, bro, our guys are doing anywhere between, like, on the very low end, a shit week, they're making about $3,000 for the week. They're on, like, when they're really running really hard, like really working hard, they're making about 5,000 on average. They're averaging about $4,000 a week. Our drivers are making about $16,000 a month on an average. So as a company driver coming out here, literally within a month and a half, 2 months, you have the money to be able to buy your first truck. So that's why I say, no, you don't need money to get started. You just got to come out here. Do you need previous business experience? No, I didn't. My partner didn't. My partner came from a salon. I came from a juice bar from South Florida. All right. So you don't got to be this business guru in order to be successful out here. Do you need MC or DOT number? No, we're not subject to DOT law. That's why I talk about running the hours that we run, because there's no such thing as e-logs. So you don't have to invest all this money in your truck to make sure it's up to spec to be able to pass a weigh station and get pulled over and get a 5 inspection. We are local drivers. We have the exemption. So therefore, that's why I say the farm trucks work out here. The $20,000 piece of shit truck runs just the same and makes the exact same amount of money as a $120,000 truck. But like I said, we're not subject to DOT law. Brings me to my next thing. No brand new trucks. Like I said, the farm truck works all day. Do I need to own a trailer? No, don't need to own a trailer. I highly recommend leasing trailers. It's like $1,500 a month for a trailer, and instead of spending 20, 30 grand on a trailer, you got one for $1,500 a month, and it's calculated within the margins that I talked about. Do criminal records matter? No. All right. They don't do background checks. It really doesn't matter. There are people out here, like the land of the misfits, guys. All right. There are people out here with felonies, criminal records, prison time, like you name it, guys. You name it. All right. Does Oilfield discriminate? No. The discrimination comes between laziness and people that are hardworking. They discriminate against the lazy guys. They favor the people that work hard. Everything else doesn't matter when it comes to gender, race, ethnicity, whatever it is. Literally, bro, there are people. It's a melting pot. Do I need a shop at a yard? No. You might look at me like, well, how am I gonna have a trucking company without a shop or a yard? This is like how it works out here. There are mechanic shops out here. You do business with that mechanic shop. That mechanic shop has a yard. He lets you park your truck there. That's how it goes. Do I need the oil field experience? Like I said, no. I literally got a CDL straight out of CDL school. I was driving in the oil fields. Literally, that's how it went. I never did over the road. I never did anything else. Water hauling's been the only CDL job that I've ever done. If you're a new driver, same shit. Doesn't
What
matter.
happened?
I came straight here
Yeah,
from
yeah. Sorry.
I came
Bullshit pub.
I came here straight from CDL school, guys, so it doesn't matter. Do you need a hazmat? No. Do you need to move here to North Dakota? You don't have to move here to North Dakota. Understand that people go back and forth. All right. Most people are from different areas. So like they come out here, they work their ass off, they do their thing, they go back home for a couple weeks and they go back and forth. So it's not you got to pick up your whole life and move here. But yes, when you're growing your business, the majority of your time is going to be here because that's where your business at, that's where the money's at. All right. We're talking about $360,000 a year. We're talking about $500,000 a year.
Profit.
We're talking about some scale here. So yes, you don't get something for nothing. You got to sacrifice something, and that sacrifice is your time. So you just got to balance out the pros and cons. Hey, what's more important to me, my time or my money? Question you got to answer. Is North Dakota the only state that this is recommended in? Yes. All right. There are different oil field states around the country. I recommend North Dakota for two reasons. One, this is where the highest margins are when it comes to the amount of money that we're making. I don't know the margins in every single market, but I know that 140 an hour compared to like somewhere in Texas where it's only $100 an hour or 110 an hour. So there's a big difference there. You might think $30 an hour is not a big deal, but it is. I mean, you're talking about $10,000 a month. So.
And remember, guys, with all the things that we've told you from here, we're giving you 1,000% more information than most of us had to be able to come out here. Once I found out when I went out there, once I found out that people were doing 140 an hour and they were working 24/7, their trucks were sitting there 24/7. Like that was it. That was it. I burned the boat behind me. I have done nothing else, and this is why I made it. It's because of the tenacity of like, bro, I'm gonna figure this out. So understand that, guys. Everything you found out about here today. Hey, can you figure this out? I can't. I can't.
If they have you on and off, do you just stop into the 22 just to pull those sandbags?
Hey, put your shit on mute. Put your shit on mute, please. Josh. Anyways, guys, I'm sure you guys can hear me. Like I said, guys, if you really want to make it in this business, you got to make sure to like not have anything else clouding your mind, and you got to go 100% for it, 100%, and you'll be just fine. Because most people come out here with a 50% attitude. Fucking damn it, this fucking faggot. Hey, Josh, put it on mute, dipshit.
Grab from the block 21, just because we're trying to manage levels over there, so we'll just kill two.
I'm sorry, people. Gosh damn it, this fucking kid. Like, dog, are you fucking kidding me?
Bye.
Josh, are you fucking kidding me, man? Put your shit on mute when you're on the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted.
Anyways, guys, like I said, you guys got a lot of information so far. I just want you to know, like, that's all you should need to be able to come out here. But we're going to talk about, like, if you guys want help, if you guys want a tour guide, if you guys want anything that we have to offer and stuff, we're going to talk to you about that here in just a minute to be able to show you why we believe we can help you out if you want the help.
So yes, but I do like to talk about this. All right, understand that these are the things you have to understand that come with North Dakota working in the water hauling business. All right, it's a 24/7 on-call business, meaning that when the phone rings at 2 in the morning, you got to go out to the field. All right, we work in negative weather, we work with heat, we work with rain. It's an outdoorsy job. All right, so and understand that this is a build your business. Yes, you could scale extremely quickly, like what we're talking about. But at the same time, there's legwork that needs done. It's not like you're going to sit on the couch and this is just going to happen. And I know this is like elementary to say, but I do want to beat this in your head that understand that there's work that needs to be done in order to be able to be successful out here. It's not a 100% cakewalk. But what do you want to do for that money? So it's kind of like a disclaimer, guys. So yes, like we said, you can do this on your own, cool. But if you want to basically, so check this out, guys. So if you're going to be doing this, you might as well get the information from us to be able to do it the right way. So chances are the majority of the people that come out here, they start their career. No one ever gets to the position we're in. The reason we're in our position is because we know something that other people don't, and we have a way of operating that other people don't operate at. So if you knew that the things that we knew and had the network that we had, yes, are you going to get to the position where you're a broker and you have MSAs and you're making millions of dollars every single month from the phone? I don't know. But becoming a single owner operator, getting a few trucks going, easy. Now, someone coming in the game might not be so easy because they don't know what they need to know. So understand that yes, you could do this on your own, but if you want to completely escape a 3 to 5 to 10 year learning curve, trying to figure out the things you got to figure out and running all the mistakes you got to run into, and if you want to save tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars from the mistakes that you might run into, then that's where we come in.
Well,
So
remember, make sure you know, like, this is only for fucking people that are gonna do this regardless, whether we get shot and dead and this fucking whole thing gets taken down and no more YouTube videos, no more information. If you're the person that's like, act like, yo, fuck all that noise, I'm gonna go regardless. This makes it so much easier. But if you're someone that's like, oh, I need my handheld. If I didn't have them, then I would never do it. Fuck off. Don't talk to me. Don't waste my time on the phone. Nothing. I don't want to know you and I don't need you out here because we're trying to build something that is fucking legendary and never been done before. So we need animals. We need people that give a fuck about all the money that we're helping you trying to make. I do not want to hold your hand for 2 fucking years. Everybody that's came out here, I've only had to hold their hand a little bit just until they get into their first couple jobs and they're fucking on to the races. If you keep trying to blow us up, after that and you're just not making it, I will let my fucking hand go because I'm not going to sit there and treat you like my children. I don't love you as much. So I do need you guys to know, unless you're the person that if all this went away and you can never talk to us again, you're on your way out. All right, cool. I fuck with that. But if
because
you
honestly,
want me to
bro,
hold your hand, fuck no. For
do you
two,
want
three,
to
for what?
do you want to know what it took for us? My brother was a barber at the barber shop. Literally, some dude walked in and told him about it, and from there he fucking came through and figured it out together. So we need people like that that are like, listen, man, I see the vision, I see the money, I'm out. I don't want to spend the next 5 to 10 years trying to figure it out. I don't want to waste a lot of bread trying to make the mistakes. Let's just move forward and just put a NOS button on my success. That's basically what this is for.
And what's the great thing is recently, because so many people know that we know the most people out of everybody in the Bakken, especially in this industry. We know everybody with the flatbeds, hot shots, gravels, all that stuff. Yeah, we know them very well as well. But when it comes to the water side, we have other trucking companies calling us, asking us for fucking owner operators, asking us for drive. Like, we have so many people hitting us up. I have such a demand for people to come out here. That's why you guys hear my confidence, is because as soon as you jump into this world, I know I can beeline you. And
You
I
got
don't
this.
want to do it for somebody undeserving. You know why? Because we're full of undeserving people already. So remember that.
Yeah.
Look inside yourself and look in your heart and say, hey, would I do this without him? If not, don't fucking call me and don't touch that click button.
Yeah. You guys don't know this, but we really are the godfathers of the Bakken. Like there's no one out here that doesn't know who we are, and there's no one out here that's worth a fuck that we don't know personally. So like understand that the resources and the connections that we have go far beyond anyone you'll ever meet. So yes,
And listen, yeah, if you do come out here on your own, you guys don't want to buy into the Brotherhood, cool. But please don't put your unsuccessful whatever on us because we gave you the advice. That doesn't mean shit. Yes, if you guys buy into the platform and shit, I feel obligated to be there to help you every step of the way. Cool. But I need you to understand that we've spent so much time and I've sacrificed children, family time, fun times, all the fuck times, everything to be in this position. Not only millions of dollars I've fucked off because I didn't know how to manage it right and I didn't know where to put it all. And I fucked off all that to get to this position to be able to hand you over all our resources, all of our knowledge to make you great in the snap of a finger. So understand that that's where a little bit of this aggression does come from. It's like, listen, man, we have died for this. Yeah, 5 years doesn't seem like a lot. A lot of you guys have been over the road for 12, 15, 25 years. And I'm not saying I'm better than you in any way, shape, or form. I got lucky enough to get put in this position. And my energy has propelled us to where we're at today. And I have my brother, I love him to death. But I'm just saying, so we've had a teamwork. A lot of these guys come out here and they're by themselves. Everyone is out for themselves out here. The fact that we're creating this brotherhood where we're all together, like the people that purchase the platform and they're all on the WhatsApp group, or we're all together. Like anytime anybody has a stop up or confusion or whatever, we all have a fuck ton of hands held out to be able to help each other because we all know that the more people that help each other how to fish, the bigger the pond becomes.
yes. And I'll say this, guys. All right. So you hear a lot of confidence in our voice, right? I'm gonna add one more thing. So I'm going to be getting into what we're going to be basically what the program entails and what we offer. And I'm also going to say this too. All right. If you guys go ahead and purchase the program and you guys implement everything that we talk about and it still doesn't work, we'll give you your money back. Guaranteed. That's how confident we are in our abilities and what we're teaching. So keep that in your mind. So yes, all right, guys, this is what we're going to be doing. So this is the program. So the only thing that separates us and you guys is what we know and who we know. That's literally it. If you guys knew what we knew who we knew, and operated how we operated, you guys would be in the exact same position we're in. That's what this program is. So we basically, it's literally the content. This is what the platform is. It's online content. It's a bunch of the videos. It's about 14, 15 hours of footage of us just sitting here lacing you up on every single little thing you need to know, all the problems that you're going to run into, all the things you're going to have to avoid. So that's one thing.
I can't hear you.
Hold on a
Hey,
second.
Ralph, did you put it on mute?
No, I got you. Just, hey, we're gonna get to Q&A. Like, we're real close, by the way. Like, Q&A is
Yeah,
like
we're almost
10
done,
minutes,
guys.
like 10 minutes away. All right, literally gonna go through the program, Q&A. All right, that's how it's gonna go. So yeah, like I said, all the information, everything that we've learned through the years that allowed us to get in the position we're in, all the tips and tricks, everything. All right, we're also going to give you every single contact that we have. You're talking about a list of over 500 contacts with all the relationships, all the trucking companies, all the brokerage, all the service companies, literally everyone you need to know in the Bakken. We give you the phone number, tell you who they are, and then why you need them within your network. So literally everything we know, everyone we know. We give you access to all of our WhatsApp groups. We give you a step-by-step checklist. I'm gonna break it down a little bit further. All right. 1 second. Click on the screen. So this is the information when it comes to the sorry, I'm moving something on my screen. Let me just minimize this. Minimize. All right, cool. 14 hours of content. I'm just going to read off the screen real quick. All the certifications, permits, insurance, legal structures, all that. How to get a job in the oil field and set yourself apart from others. That's important. You know, the accounting structure. This is everything. Now, I don't want to read like word for word because this is a lot, you know, but you guys, I mean, fuck it, I might as well, you know. How to establish the relationship with the 18 different relationships you need, you know, the accounting structures and how the right team to do it, the political side of the oil field and how to navigate like the Bakken. I mean, I know there's a lot of words, you know, but when it comes to buying your first truck, setting up your first truck, all the things to look after, you know, the winter tips and tricks you need to know in order to avoid major issues, how to actually water haul, and you know, do you think I should actually be reading this? Do you think this is really that important, or do you think this is just me?
I mean, it's important for guys to know and stuff. But I guess you know what, to make it quicker, I will let you guys know, like, a lot of the people, or not a lot, but everybody that has gotten the platform, nobody's really asked us questions, and I've called a few people to be like, hey, you got any confusion, like what's going on and stuff, and everybody says the same thing. It seems like we answer everything, and even all the questions that they didn't even know that they had to ask. We haven't had an issue yet. Whenever I do find that person that for whatever reason is fucking up, or it's just not making sense to him, you know, I will try to get on like some type of video call with him so that I can put it out there to show you guys what makes or breaks somebody. But we haven't had an issue, especially with job placement too. Some of you guys don't have trucks that you're going to bring out here, and you do have to go drive for somebody to be able to make the money to be able to get your first truck. And by the way, when we say 3 months, like that's because that's what we did. We drove for a few months and then bam, we got our own truck. But job placement's a huge deal. We have so many people calling us for owner operators and for drivers, like it's immediate, and everybody has gone through the program or the platform, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's about a week to 2 weeks that people kind of like listen through, they check things out. A lot of it you don't even need to utilize right away, like growing your fleet and all those tips and everything. I talked to you about that, but hold on real quick. Everybody's basically gone through it a week to 2 weeks and they're already out in the oil field. So
Yeah.
that's how great I guess the platform's doing for everybody that has been jumping in.
Yeah, guys, understand that this is everything you need to know, from not being into the oil field to getting your first job, to then scaling to your first truck, to then scaling to 5 trucks plus, hiring drivers, everything in between. Literally every single thing you need to know and everything that we've learned throughout our journey here is what we teach you guys through this program.
But check this out, guys. This isn't like average knowledge, by the way. Everything that you get in here is top 1% knowledge.
Not even top 1%. No one else but us. Knowledge.
Yeah, I guess
Literally,
if you want
no
to say
one else
that.
but us. Literally, the
Yeah.
information that we're giving you is straight from the mouth of people that are operating at the highest.
You guys got to think. This is fucking crazy. And like I said, we're excited because we're super proud because this is like the first year and a half that we're really like raking in the rewards of our success and what we've done. All the people that we worked under in the past, and all the people who stepped on our backs, and all the people who talk shit about us are now working for us. Like big companies are calling us to work with us. It is the most insane thing. And it's crazy because a lot of these fuckers used to tell us because we're like, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that. Hey, I think we can support your business better than your managers and stuff like that. They would literally tell us, like, you don't know what you're talking about, and basically shut the fuck up, kids. And now we're over here and they're calling us for help on their operations because they know we're the best. And I'm really, really proud to say it. And I'm extremely proud to be able to hand you guys over this knowledge because I know if you come out here embodying what we know and like basically mind, body, and spirit, you're going to be just as great as us. And we're going to create an alliance that's unfucking real. And the only way that we can be successful out here, like we are, when you come out here, you guys will find out, is because we help everyone else make a bunch of money. We make a fuck ton of money by making sure everybody else makes a fuck ton of money. And usually everybody else makes more money than us initially. And then our rewards get benefited. Because like these owner operators, we're only taking 12 to 15%. These owner operators are making the 85%. They're making the sometimes 90%. You know, everybody else is making more money than us, and that's what makes it so great is because like they're happy because they're doing so well and that they have honest people on their side because there has been some companies out there that will dick off some people and stuff like that, and we're learning how to eradicate those companies to make the Bakken a better place. So it's really, I'm super excited to be able to hand this platform off to people because of how successful you guys are coming out here. And not only that, if I help you learn how to fish, I know whenever I've got a new pond, you're going to come help me fish it. There's no fucking way you're not. You're going to be like, bro, this guy put me on. Fuck yeah, I'm going to go help him out. It is like the most amazing money train you can possibly have. Because we're not sitting here trying to be selfish and just do it for ourselves. When you guys come out here, you'll find out nobody wants to tell you how to be successful. Nobody wants to see you be successful. Like it's just one of those things. We're changing that in the Bakken because if everybody's successful, then everybody's successful. Bottom line. And all the piece of shit people basically fall way off. It's a great concept and it's working.
Let's move on because let's just race through the rest. Let's just race through the rest. We'll get to Q&A. All right.
Sorry. I do ramble.
Yeah,
Sorry,
guys.
I'm sorry.
But this is Q&A vibes. You know, this is the close. Well, whatever. So we'll get there. So yeah, all the. Let me just go through the course. All right. The 14 hours footage. Yes, everything we know. The checklist is basically like, all right, cool. I got through all the footage. What do I do next? We literally have it listed out. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. All the way through, become like having a fleet. As long as you follow that checklist, you're good. So yes, and then every single like when it comes to all the hoses, fittings, tools, everything you need, guys, everything you need. When we say that there's not one thing you need to know or need, there's not one thing that this course doesn't cover. Everything when it comes to oil field trucking. Just keep that in your mind. All right. We have 3 WhatsApp groups. One would be the Bakken load board. This is basically a WhatsApp group that we created that has over 600 members. Use case. All right, just to give you an idea. If you need a trailer, literally it's in there. If you need, like, it's basically a giant networking group. All right, let's say you're like, all right, cool. I'm in a position. I want to buy another truck. Throw it in that chat. Hey, I'm looking for a truck. My price point's 15,000. You'll get a bunch of hits. Hey, I got a truck. I got a truck. I got a truck. Hey, I'm looking for a driver. Hey, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. Looking for a job. Hey, what brokers have a lot of work right now? Oh, this broker over here. This broker over there. I'm broken down. It's 2 a.m. Need a mechanic to come out to me. Like the use case is crazy. We literally give you guys a giant network of every single person you really need to know in the Bakken. Not only all the numbers, but basically a group that contains all of them. That's one thing right there. On the road, this is a platform between all of us course people, like everyone that goes to the program. We put it in the chat with us, and you guys can literally talk to us directly. You guys also got our number, but that's the best way to communicate. So like really any question you have along the way, throw in that chat, we answer it. And then
yeah. I mean, it is pretty quiet, but the more people that come out here, like I said, sometimes we get so busy we can't get to them. I do ask you guys, please, if you're on that chat and you see somebody's having trouble with whatever it is, and we don't get to them right away, and you seem to know the answer, please jump in there and help out.
And not just that, bro. We post opportunity. Remember, we are the ears. People hit us up all the time. I'm in situation where like, hey, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a driver. Throw it in that chat. Hey, this number's looking for a driver. Call him. Hey, I'm looking for leasers. I need 10 trucks. Throw it in the chat. Hey, this guy's looking for 10 trucks. So literally, like, this is basically keeping you guys updated on what you like. So with extra resources from us directly. So that's a very important one. 3, the Bakken load board, understand, you go through with our program, we are your first customers. You get your truck, trailer, yeah, you're insured, you have all the certifications you need, you will get a subcontracting agreement from us, and you will be leased onto us, and you will be in a position where we will spit you work. Now, I'm not gonna say we will spit you work. I'm just saying it gives you the opportunity. If I'm in a position where I need a truck and you're available and you're in the area and you take care of that job, I'll use you. So yes, understand you become part of our load board. All right, meaning that we have a WhatsApp group where literally we post all of our jobs. And if you're in a position where you're on that group, you can literally be like this. I'll give you an example. All right. Hey, I have about 5 trucks worth of work right now in the North Williston area. I need 5 trucks to haul production from X location to X location. Who's in the area? All you got to do is just send me a personal message or call me, and literally I'll throw you on that job. So that's how important that load board is. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of opportunity. So yes, those are the 3 WhatsApp groups. Do you want to add anything to?
No, I mean, I told them, like, bro, there's been nobody that came out here that we couldn't place somewhere. It's I don't know, the opportunity, the oil field's going through a growth spurt. It's fucking insane.
So yeah, let's just get the Q&A.
Yeah,
I'm just
let's just get there.
All right. So
We can't see your screen.
You can't see the screen anymore.
No, we see Ralph's screen.
No, I don't have an issue right now. One second.
Yeah, we can't see the screen, bro.
I'll go ahead and stop sharing and share again. 1 second. Share.
Q&A.
Hey, everybody, look up at the top left, screen share. There's 2 screen shares.
Oh, nice.
Got Ralph on screen share. And
sorry, guys, we're not.
Hey,
we're not
Mark
internet
Nelson,
gurus.
thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
We're not internet gurus, guys. We're still trying to figure this shit out.
We're truckers, guys. Remember that.
Yeah.
All right? At the end of the day, we're truckers.
We spent 20 grand to have these guys help us, and they fucking suck at it. But so we're still trying to figure shit out.
All right, stop being a little hater.
Okay, whatever.
But yes, guys, in short, PhD in this business. All right, you could either, I know I'm repeating myself. All right, you guys get the gist. All right, this is what it is, guys. So remember, I did say this: money back guaranteed. If you guys are in a position where you go through the program, implement everything that we're talking about, and it doesn't work, then yes, I will.
Hang on to that word, people. Everything. Don't get me fucked up and you've missed a step. Fuck off. Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to it too.
4,000 back. Like
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yes.
No,
and we'll video record it. So
I'm gonna go through it, guys. So yes, understand that there's a lot of work to be put in, but understand that we give you everything you need to do. And literally, I'm telling you, if you do everything and it doesn't work, I will give you the 4,000 back, guaranteed. So yeah, guys, that's what it is. And yes, program's $4 grand. All right, fuck, we're teaching you guys how to make what?
Are we gonna do the half and half or what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. This is important, guys. Please listen to this part. This is, I think, very helpful for some of you guys. We had a lot of phone calls with people, and we understand that money's extremely tight. So we figured out a way to benefit you guys in a sense. So go ahead, Josh.
So yes, guys. So we did split this up. We get a half and half deal. So let's say So a lot of
we
guys
don't see your screen anymore.
Yeah, I can't see the screen anymore.
It's the same thing. Whatever.
Who's Ralph? Ralph, get out of
here. Go on the top, select my screen. It's the same shit that just happened before. Well, whatever you did to fix it before is the same thing.
No, that's not working.
Okay. My bad. That's me, guys. Fuck. I'm sorry. All right. I'll stop touching the screen.
But honestly, the slideshow is just about done. We're about to get you just like that. So yeah, guys. So yeah, we're going to talk about the half and half program. So yes, and then remember, this is financeable. All right, it's not like it's fucking 4 racks up front. We go through there's a company called, it's like a firm like Klarna, and you're literally able to finance it over 2 years, and it's $200 a month for 2 years. So literally zero money down, $200 a month. Within your first fucking 30 days, you become an owner operator. Literally, understand, imagine you just get the program, you finance it across 2 years, it's $200 a month. You come out here, you're a company driver making $15,000, $16,000 a month. You become an owner operator within 3 months. You literally paid $600 and you're in a position where you just paid.
Tell them about the half. All right. Fucking, we get it. Tell them about the half thing.
We get it, sales rep. Fuck off. I get it. So half and half, right? So let's say you don't want to pay the forefront. So we split the program up in 2 places. You get, for $2,000, you get all the info, all the video footage. We just hold the contacts and all the WhatsApp groups and the checklist. And
That's
then if
it.
you
But
want,
all the knowledge is super important for you guys. Like before you guys get started, and you can still get out here with all the knowledge in place, but you're going to realize as soon as you become an owner operator, that contact list is going to be heavy for you.
yeah, so
So
honestly,
we
like
know.
to pay the 2 grand, you could literally be in a position where you could do it yourself. The contact list and all that is really like dandy, but like
It's
you,
extremely helpful when you guys want to get into business truly, like as an owner operator, and start moving quickly.
yes,
Yes.
but
But the
understand this
knowledge is pretty
too.
good.
Understand this too. The WhatsApp groups and the access to us is important. Remember, like you don't like we're not going to be sitting there babysitting you, holding your hand on the phone if you haven't gotten the other option as well. So understand that. So this is like, yo, half and half, $2,000 like upfront for like all the video footage. You're on your own, and then if you want to join the click, the other two.
And some people have like that. I have already water hauled or been in this industry and stuff like that. They've purchased just the contact list and all that shit. So that's been helpful too. So it's just
You guys,
another idea.
what's next? Is there anything else? Oh no, Q&A, guys. All right, I'm gonna go through the questions real quick because
Yeah,
there's
we're
like
gonna try to rip through them. Any of them that seem irrelevant, we're gonna kind of skip over, or things that we've already answered. Well, remember, Josh, that some people have came in late, so make sure to not skip everything.
no. No,
Like I said,
I'm gonna rip through though. I'm gonna rip through. So I'm gonna rip
all
through.
right,
I'm gonna go as quickly as possible, and then we'll open up the discussion if anyone actually like wants to start talking. So just give me like 5 minutes. So are you busy year round? Yes, this is a 365, 24/7, 365, never slows up. It's not seasonal. In the winter, there's a lot of shit going on. In the summer, so yes, that's what you need to know. Doesn't ever slow up. It's always consistently. There's work year round. All right. Um, and I'm skipping over questions that like are questions that like either I don't want to answer or and like for example, this one right here. So, do you have any companies you would recommend starting for if you don't have your own truck yet? Like that's information that like it's in the course. So I'm not gonna like answer shit like that, you know. Let me see.
yeah. What equipment do you recommend? I mean, yeah, in the program we give you every little bit because it is specific out here, extremely to the make and models of trucks
The
to be able
average
to actually get it.
the average total mileage per day is about 200 miles a day, if that. There are some jobs literally where you sit on location all day and you don't even move your truck at all. So anywhere between 0 to 200, zero on the low end, 200 on the high end, and like that's the average. Typically, brokers take 15%. Yes, the percentage is including the expenses. Clean water and wastewater. Yes, we haul fresh water and wastewater. So housing out here, that's actually important. So yes, we have the resource for housing. Understand that this is a area, this isn't a desolate area. There's apartment complexes, there's trailers. You get an efficiency for 800 bucks a month. Some companies that you deal with, that you work for, they will pay for your housing. If they don't pay for your housing, 99% of the time, they'll at least give you a sleeper, microwave, fridge, and inverter to be able to live in the truck. So if housing is what scares you, do not worry about housing. It's the easiest thing to figure out. All right.
Did you
And like
say? Did you answer? What's the average total mileage per day?
I said 0 to 200.
Okay.
Oilfield certifications is in the program. Drivers, typically drivers like if you're working for like a Swift, like the Swift of the oilfield, you'll make like 10 racks a month. Like $10,000 a month is like the lowest you'll make as a company driver. My guys like driving for me making 30%. Like I said, shit week $3,000 a week, average week 4,000, really good week 5 to 6 for the week.
Who is Levi Sipe? Oof. I
We
can't
know
answer
him.
that.
We do know him
Yeah,
though.
I can't
We
answer
know
that. Just
everyone.
just chill on that one. But yeah, I can't get caught up defamation.
Hold up. Let's just rip through this, bro. If it's not an important question, just don't even speak on it. Will you work with me if I only work 25 days out of the month? Yeah, you can still do this working 25 days out of the month. Over the $800 a day. If you want to see the breakdown of the expenses, is on my YouTube channel. Like where I go through like insurance, fuel maintenance, like all like the actual breakdown. You could run day cabs or sleepers, but sleepers are better.
Sleepers are way better, guys. Yeah, you get stuck up on
Yeah.
location for a
Typically,
couple of weeks
what we
then.
do, we're paid by the hour, but yes, there are some jobs out here you're paid by the barrel, but like it's still just as profitable.
Yeah, you need work, kid. I'm just ready to come to
Yeah,
job
he
from
said,
here.
I did frac sand in Texas and the wells would go down for hours and days, so couldn't make any money. Is that a concern with this? No, it's not. Remember, so when you're dealing with frac sand, talking to frac sand haulers, and if you're in a position where you don't know about the oil field, it's going to sound like gibberish. But understand when you're hauling frac sand, you're hauling to the fracs. So you're in a position where you're 100% dependent on the frac schedule. If the frac goes down, you're not working. If the frac is over trucked, you're waiting in line. We're not in a position where we're just dealing with one frac. We're dealing with the thousands of wells in North Dakota. So that's where the difference is.
And also, you got to understand why they want to pay you $2,000 to $3,000 a day to sit on a location is because if they get fucking caught up just a little bit waiting on a truck and they have to shut down for an hour, it's $100,000 an hour. That's why we're making peanuts compared to what they really could pay us.
Yeah.
But we just want to let you guys know that's how valuable we are. If a tank overfills, like let's say some of those high producing wells overfills and hits the ground, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cleanup sometimes. I mean, it's crazy. So that's what we come.
So I also want to say this. Understand that after this webinar, everyone will be getting an automated link to be able to book a one-on-one call with us, where we actually like go through your situation and answer like any like direct questions that you have. So understand that everyone will get a one-on-one call link free of charge. Understand that.
But we do want to open up the chat. So
I'm not done with all the questions, bro. Let me get through
okay. All right. Take it easy.
So yes, I'm gonna skip over this. What is included? What's included if you do the $200 a month? So the $200 a month is literally like just financing the program. So like everything's included. It's just like a firm. So a firm is basically a credit company where they will finance the course. We'll get our money, and then like you just have to pay them.
And understand that you get access to the program immediately. You don't have to wait. You don't have to. It's not a layaway situation like when you try to propose to a chick and you got to pay until you get the ring.
Yeah. No, you get it ASAP. Where's the water come from? The water comes from the ground. So just like oil comes up out of the ground, like through the pipes, water comes up out of the ground. It's like a byproduct. In the winter, when you see who's about it, because yes, it is. It is. Well, honestly, bro, like this guy says, in the winter, when you see who's about it, because motherfucker is cold and yes, it's cold as fuck out here. But at the same time, once you're out here, you don't even really notice. It's just a part of your everyday life. I'm from South Florida. I've never been in cold my entire life. Came out here, no problem.
Listen, cold weather for a couple thousand a month, that's one thing. But cold weather for $500,000 to a few million a year is worth it.
It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to load and offload. Just to answer that question. Typically pay cycles. So there's something called factoring out here. Basically, a factoring company will factor the invoice and pay you right away. So typically, like like for example, our guys are getting paid weekly. But typically pay structures anywhere between a week to 2 weeks. You have to like read the contracts there with the brokers that you're signing on with, because typically it is a week to 2 weeks. But some are 30 days, some are 45 days, some are 60 days. But the average here is 2 weeks.
And remember, this guy's
This
is a huge deal. Whatever you heard about any other oil fields, or even if you're in the oil field in a different state, just completely rid all that information from your mind. The Bakken is a completely different territory. It's almost its own nation. It is exempt from all the problems you might have in a different state.
Let me just rip through this so we can start talking. YouTube channels, Oil Brick Road. Where do I apply to work? Start a driver. Truck. You guys would take care of the mate. If you have your own truck, you guys would take care of the maintenance, then deduct from my pay, question mark. There are some companies that do. There's some companies that like, they'll give you, like as an owner operator, they'll give you a fleet card, they'll factor you money, they'll let you use their shop and take it out of your check. So there are some companies out here that do that. Not everyone will.
And there's only one guy out here that'll actually take you from having nothing to training you to putting you in a truck to doing all this stuff, handing it over to you for a higher premium. Only one person in the whole Bakken that does that, but we recommend trying to just do it on your own.
So the financing option, $200 a month, break it down. So I think last time I checked, it wasn't even 200. It was like 189 something, and it's broken down across 2 years. And I think you end up paying like an extra $400. So if you finance it across 2 years, you end up paying like 43 or 44, because they tack I think they charge you like 10 or 15% interest a year if you want to finance it across 2 years.
But if that $300 or $400 extra dollars in the background is going to kill you, don't even fucking touch the course. Get out of here and don't be part of the oil field. I'm sorry to tell you. At $300-$400, you guys need to get rid of the pettiness out there. I understand that you guys are out there not making much, but when you come out here, you make so much money. All that, leave it at the door.
Yes. So want to Andre ask for a financing link. I highly, like I said, book a one-on-one call with us, talk to us. I don't want you just to buy this program.
Yes.
I just want to like get to know who you are and like
please.
I want to make sure that you're the right fit. Because I don't want to be in a position where like you fucking buy this course and you're like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be all this work, man. Fuck that. Like
Well,
I
it's
want
not.
to make sure.
It's not all this work. Fuck all that, man. It isn't much work. Do you know what they're fucking doing for a couple dollars out there over the road? Are you out your mind? Anyways, no. The biggest thing is I need to know who you are and what you've got going on and what your
Y'all
situation is.
brothers,
I
y'all
do,
funny.
I
Y'all
do
funny,
want to
man.
tell you guys how it's going to look like for your situation. I had somebody recently just call me and he's on a frac site right now in North Dakota. The way he's going to do this business or get into this business is way different than somebody over the road or that hasn't even gotten their CDL. Understand you guys have different walks of life. Give me 15 minutes to hear what your story is so I could say, look, this is what it's going to look like for you and this is the perfect path that you should take. I'm in the business to be the best advice giver in this business because we are the only advice givers in this business. Please give me that chance before
Come
you
on,
buy.
y'all run the company, man. Like,
Don't make him tell you about the girl who just jumped on a plane and went out there to North Dakota.
No,
Oh
Rebecca,
yeah,
I knew you
Rebecca.
were. I didn't want to put you on the
Rebecca,
boss like that.
oh my God. Yeah, we didn't want to blast you, Rebecca. Yeah, there's a girl out here. She's got bigger balls than everybody else. She didn't purchase the program. She did fly out here. I told her not to fly out here, but she did. She landed. She got herself a job. She kind of lost out on the opportunity and she went to another opportunity. I'm sure she's doing good. But Rebecca, I know I got to get a hold of you. I will, but understand that we got to get through this Zoom call. But good job
I
for
get
you
it.
for being a part of this.
Thanks, Rebecca. You're day one.
No problem.
Yeah, the Rebecca's a day one, and
Let's
she's
open
a
it up,
star.
guys. Yo, if anyone just one at a time, please. But go ahead, ask your question. What do you guys want to know?
Yeah, let's see your
you
personalities.
said your guys that sometimes are idling for hours. Why?
I'll give you an example. So, there are different services that we provide. So, like, let's say one of the services is a workover rig that. Well, first off, we're idling for hours a day because we have to wait for the truck to load, which takes 20 to 30 minutes, and offload, which takes 20 to 30 minutes. So therefore, we're stationary idling, waiting for our truck to load and offload.
Well, then
And we're
there's
getting
times
paid
that
for that.
we idle on a location for a few weeks, and we might do a load or two or suck out some
Yes.
containments, and they just need us there just in case something happens. And they'd rather pay the difference because it's so hard to get a truck out here. They
So
want us to have to sit.
imagine you have like a job site and look at us as like a technician and they're paying for 24-hour water hauling technician support. So they want to make sure that truck is there in case anything goes wrong, because if something goes wrong and they have to wait 2, 3 hours for a truck to get there, it might cost their operations hundreds of thousands of dollars in downtime.
But they also know that, hey, well, as soon as you turn on that key, you need to start getting paid, or else nobody's going to want to work for that
Well,
customer.
no, if
That
you're on
oil
location,
company.
you're getting paid. You're getting paid for all the idle time. If you're on location for 14 hours a day and you don't move your truck at all, you still get paid the 20.
I know that's hard to conceptualize because you guys have to drive places. Sometimes you drive to a different state and you don't have a load coming back. Like, bro, we get paid from the time you pretty much open your eyes to the time you close it. That's
As
just the
long
way
as
it
you're
is
in
out
that
there.
truck, you're getting paid. So yes, does that kind of answer your question? Do you have like a follow up to that?
No, absolutely. That was it.
That's what's
Awesome, man.
up. That's what's up. Anybody else got any questions? Talk to me.
Don't be shy, guys. I'm gonna start calling people out. Come on, man. We got like
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
what's up, BJ?
I'm down here in Texas, and every time I've heard you talk about Texas, which I got on a Zoom call, a YouTube video, it's like you put Texas down to where I'm like, okay, is this a bad thing? Like, you're not gonna make any money down here in Texas, which is where I'm at this moment.
In
So
comparison,
explain yourself to me on that
Hold on, Josh. Yeah, BJ, I don't mean to down the place that you're in and what you're doing to support your family. I'm sure there's people that get way ahead, obviously, or else the oil field wouldn't exist down there. I'm just saying it's so saturated down there, and people have learned and have figured out a way to make everybody willing to get paid basically half as much, and it's normalized down there. So we're just saying, like, look, man, your opportunity, I'm sure, is good. Is doing its thing. It's doing its job out here in North Dakota, the pay is so much greater and the opportunity is greater because like nobody really wants to be in North Dakota. What wife and kids want to move from a full-fledged state to something that's a little bit more desolate? You know, it's just not a normal thing, man. So it's really, really tough.
I hear you. I hear you.
No more
So
paper towels anywhere?
So I'm sure BJ, you're doing fine and stuff. Look, if you've got your life together, everything's working out, bills are getting paid, family's happy, you see your wife or your kids all the time. That's what's up. If there's something more you're trying to leave your children, if you can't seem to get more property or whatever investment money, or you can't pay the $800 life insurance policy that gives them millions when you're gone, and you're trying to figure out a way to do that, and you want to do that with your last 25, 30 years of life, yeah, maybe North Dakota might be your thing, BJ. That's all we're saying.
Okay. I was just trying to get information just to see. I understand you said about 140 could it possibly work down here in Texas if I was here to try to make it work. That's why I'm really trying to get at. Could it possibly
I
work?
haven't seen it. I know down there they do get paid a lot more, and they hand it off to you guys differently. Yeah, Texas is just a wild game.
It's
We've
supply and demand because in Texas you can snap your fingers and get 100 trucks. Out here,
yeah. When company men from down there, when people from down there come up here to like start asking for trucking help and stuff like that, they're like, "Hey, I need a truck in like 30 minutes, or I need you only for." And it's like, bro, that doesn't work around here, man. I'm sorry, bro. Like they get bamboozled when they come up there.
yeah.
They're like, holy shit.
And then when the
And then they
Texas
see
company
the
men that come to North Dakota and they see the bill, like, what the fuck do you mean for 140 an hour?
yeah, they're
In
tripping.
Texas,
And
we're at
140, by
100
the way,
or
140 is
110.
140 is the average, guys, because the demand is getting fucking stupid
Bro,
out
there
here.
are guys at 175
It
for a water
is
truck.
back when it growth spurted after COVID, guys. When pipeline goes out 250 an hour for months, bro, for a fucking truck. It was insane.
Okay.
So that's why we're excited, because we're like, hey man, we're hitting another one. You guys are golden.
Can you figure out how to do this spread?
Any other questions? BJ, do you feel like we answered it a little bit?
So,
Yeah, man, you answered, man. Hey, all the information y'all been giving is been golden, man. I mean, it's just,
Huh?
I mean, that sounds like, man, if I can, will I make my way to
45
North
minutes?
Dakota? You know,
And
hey, man,
BJ, we're not trying to
Stay in
beat
tune,
up on
dog.
we're not trying to beat up on anybody, and I definitely don't want to make anybody feel regretful of what you guys have chosen to do. All I'm trying to do is give you guys an idea that has worked out for a lot of people. That's it. And we need a new group of people. That's it. Just in the last 3 or 4 days, I've probably had enough positions that have been asked from us to fill about 65 spots just in the last few days, and it's not slowing up, and I don't know what to do. You guys aren't coming out here fast enough. Indeed ain't fucking working. I don't know what to do. That's why we're going to 175 an hour. That's why we're going. And when I say 500, 1,000 guys, we're going to need a lot more than that. I can't fucking control the whole market, but I know within my market, we need that.
right.
Joe?
Yeah, guys. But DJ, is there anything else you want to ask, or do you want to hand the stick to someone else?
And that's it, man. That's it for the moment, man.
What's up, BJ? We'll see
Hey,
you.
Toby, I appreciate you. All right,
All
guys.
right.
What's up, guys? Who's next?
Hey,
Talk to me,
this
Beth.
is I was out there. I went out there. My brother worked out. I went out there and I was out there for 3 weeks. I filled out all kinds of applications. And I got like Walmart wanted to hire me. But when I finally came back about 6 months later, and I went out there, which is weird. It's funny when I seen you guys. I went out there specifically to drive a water truck. I've had my CDLs for 25 years and um, been an owner operator and all this stuff. And like I'm hungry, and even if I don't even make it, like there's like the people that made it rich was the ones that sold the picks and the food. And so like
Yes.
I want to get in there, but when I was up there, my brother's like, "Oh, come out. You'll have a job in 3 days." And it's a man's world. Of course, it's always changing. There's always opportunities. You just got to be real hungry. But I wish I would have stuck it out a little more. But my brother was in a dinky little camper. I had my cat with me, and then both of us like 3 weeks. I was like,
Well, go ahead, Beth. I will
yeah. I
say
mean,
this, Beth. That's what's making a little bit of the difference, and I'm not trying to push anything on you. I'm glad that you already came out here once. You already like kind of trialed and error. But if you would have had some education of like how to speak, like
yeah.
when we say that we script exactly what we tell everybody to tell these people to be able to get their first job without actually having experience, like every company's predictable. And me and my brother, we slept in a Walmart parking lot to figure this out, by the way. We didn't even have a job lined up. And we had to figure out a lot of different ways to be able to con these people into saying, you know what, I'll give this person a chance. when I say that, like you're lacking knowledge, it's a huge deal. Especially like if you go out there and you say, "Look, man, I'm knowledgeable on water hauling. I know about the cam lock fittings. I know about frac tank, these things like that. I just need somebody to put me in the position." It's a
Right.
whole nother story when you truly can talk water hauling. And not only that, now if you try to do it now, you're gonna have a different result because I'm sure you did this what, a year and a half ago. Let's talk.
No, it's been a while since I've been up
About a year
there.
and a half.
No, it's been about
Timeline.
5, 6 years ago. So
Oh well, that's a different fucking story. Yeah, we
yeah,
weren't even
but
out here
I'm just
then. I
thinking,
don't know about that.
I went up there,
But 5, 6 years
thinking
ago was
I'm gonna
COVID,
have a
was it not?
job. Well,
No,
that's what I'm
well,
saying.
yeah, that's
I
Yeah,
a
I
whole
COVID,
went
different
out,
bro.
story.
I went out there with
Coming
my
hot.
expectations high, and I couldn't get in. And you kind, I was like, I mean, and I'm a female, and it's like, where do I get,
Yeah,
housing? And I mean, I'm a pretty tough chick, but as you
yeah.
said, there's a lot of undesirables that are out in the field too.
I
So I
mean,
got to be careful.
Beth, before you try to do anything, like I said, man, you book a phone call with me. I'll talk to you about like your situation and what it would look
Okay,
like, and then you make your choice from there. I'll
okay.
give you a couple tips and pointers that will point you in the right direction. I know a lot of you guys are having tough times on financing. I get that. I'll give you as much as I can that feels like it's not really ripping off the skin off our back. You feel me? So we'll get
Yeah.
to the next question, and Beth, don't worry. Just make sure to book phone calls.
Hazmat. That's I didn't that's the question I was asking. Do you need is it hazmat required?
No,
No,
hazmat is not
no.
required.
Okay.
Only your
No, we
Okay.
don't
tank.
talk about doing nothing.
Water.
Don't get into gravel. Don't. I mean, yes, when you're first getting your feet, your cleats in the field to be able to play on the game, and you want to be a bench warmer, being a flatbed or hot shot or a gravel hauler or something like that. Yeah, cool. But understand
Okay.
gravel. Yeah, it might be 175 an hour, but it's seasonal. Understand that flatbedding and hot shotting. Yeah, flatbedding right now is
Oh
165 an
shit.
hour, but I mean that shit is like partial loads and things like that. There's a lot of problems there, and we're talking
Maybe I
about.
need a towel. I overfilled the water. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I
No, you're
forgot I
good,
wasn't
man.
on mute.
No, it's
Go
okay.
handle
But
that
next
water,
Trying
bro.
to
question.
make trying to
Go
make
handle that
everybody
water.
dinner.
Yo.
Yeah.
So what's up,
Yo,
man?
I
Oh,
got a
go for it. Go
brother
for it, bro.
that's been doing the trucking for about 12 years, and I try to tell him, yo, you need to check out these oil brick guys, the back end, the money, all this and that. He doesn't believe it. He
Doing
said,
too
I've
many
done
things, man.
a lot, and everybody's pulling your leg.
Yeah, I know. He was doing
What
that
do
at
I tell
Grump's.
somebody like that?
Go on my YouTube or go on our Instagram page. I post all my bank deposits. On there, you see a check for like 1.6 mil. So that'll tell you
No.
quite a bit. So, but at the end of the day, bro, like there's nothing you really tell anyone. I mean, because there's nothing like it's either they believe or they don't. We're out here, we're doing it. I show you guys as much information as I can. From there, it's either, hey, do you want to like, does that individual just want to stay in their position and they know what they know and they just think everything else is bullshit, or they don't. But there's a reason why we're out here, and there's a reason why we don't do anything else. I mean, you guys, I can only imagine you guys hear like from the way we speak that we're somewhat intelligent individuals. We wouldn't be doing something that's not worth it. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, I mean, fuck, bro. Check out my YouTube channel. All right, check out my Instagram page, Old Brick Road. Literally, bro, you'll see deposits and conversations for days. Oh, not just that. I also have a video on YouTube. It's like 45 minutes of testimonies of me calling up owner operators in the Bakken, being like, "Hey, how much have you made in your best month?" And like, it wasn't even scripted. It was like, listen, like literally me be calling them up, and be like, "Hey, what's going on, bro?" Just chatting it up for a little bit, and then steering the conversation in a manner where it finally popped that question. You can literally check that out, bro. Like you'll see, bro. Like people, one truck, yeah, I made 80 grand last month. One truck or 3 trucks made 250 grand. Like literally, like on the phone, you guys hear it. It's real. So yeah,
You know
man.
what? You know what sucks, Josh? I was actually on the phone with somebody who was like, "Bro, I know these fucking people are you." That was me that you're asking me those questions for. I'm like, oh,
Who?
I'm
Oh, whatever,
a,
dude.
no, Killdeer, the person who started us, who helped us out.
Oh, no way. He knows?
Yeah, yeah. He was like, "Hey, I remember talking to him about that when I was sitting at the Cinex. I know you guys used me on that fucking video."
No
He's like,
fucking
"Now I
way.
know
You
what
saw
you
that
guys are up
video?
to." But you know what he told me? He was like, "As soon as these people start coming out, bro, throw them my way." So you got listen, guys. I'll tell you guys. As soon as you get on this platform, just know I've got a laundry list of fuckers that I've already told, because I told them a lot of these people have been hitting us for drivers and stuff. And I said, look, man, I've got a fuck ton of people that are coming this way. They've never physically actually done it, but they're knowledgeable.
Yo,
And they're like, hey, send them my way. I wish 50 of you could fucking sign up right now and get going, because then I
So,
would look like a fucking G.
so how do you see that video though?
I guess it's starting to bleed into the buck, and everybody
Again?
starts to figure it out. Yeah, we're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get in trouble soon, I'm sure. But whatever, fuck it. Anyways, guys, any other questions?
How do we set up the
You guys will get a
one-on-one?
link. You guys will get a link after this call. It might take a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll double check it. I'll double check on the automations, making sure they're being sent out. But everyone will get a link.
Yeah, you guys will get a link for sure, man. And I appreciate you guys coming out and kind of sticking through to the end and vibing with us. I know we speak really, really fast and we try to get through it. We're trying to figure out how to explain all these things to you. You know what? Actually, somebody I want to know is Tony still on here? Tony, Mr. Taylor,
I'm
where's he
still
at?
here.
All
I'm
right,
still
Taylor.
here.
So Taylor's done 18 years. Taylor's, got a lens that's way different than most men. Taylor, after everything you heard tonight, can I ask you your opinion on how we did on executing the whole thing of introduction and kind of lacing you guys up? Do you feel like there's anything here that is confusing or a little bit? I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
there's absolutely nothing's confusing. I know your brother is a little more abrasive. I like him.
Yeah, he's
That's
cold.
our people
He's
right
cold.
there. I like him already. Not that I don't like you. I'm just saying is that
Yes, sir.
I dig it. I dig it. Uh, at the same time, I'm not in a position I ruined my credit when my son was born to stay home longer. I had a
Yes.
740, brought it down to a 500. I can't even get Klarna. And in the position I'm in right now, I couldn't afford 4,000. I couldn't afford 1,000. But I couldn't afford to be that work ethic that you're looking for.
You can drive, right?
I can drive. I can drive.
All right. Well, if you want to write down my phone number, I don't even mind saying it out loud right now. I'm going for sure. And I'm about to go buy another truck that my mechanic's trying to sell me, and I'll bring a truck with me. And my driver just failed his piss test, so you want a job? It ain't gonna happen tomorrow,
Gotta
but
worry
maybe
about
in the
that.
next couple of weeks. And these guys you just go out there and drive, man. Like they said, you'll make enough money to buy your first truck. You grind hard.
I mean, Taylor. Yeah, if you're in a position where, like, look, man, you don't have an
That's
abundance,
me.
you can't. You got to be careful with the
Hey,
risks.
Tony, drop your number in the chat.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll save it.
Yeah, Tony, I agree with what you're saying. Like I said, you have a responsibility to cover. You can't be sitting here trying to risk it all just for what we said. Yes, no. Some of you guys have tough situations that I'm not saying.
I don't have a problem if I go to work and I'm making the money that you're saying as a company driver. I'll give you $4,000, no problem.
Of
That's
course,
not the
no,
problem. That's not the problem. It's the money for me right now.
yeah.
So, but as far as the work ethic, you call me at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and say you need me, I'm gonna be there. I do it now.
Well, I'll tell you, Tony.
Where do you live, Tony?
I live in Missouri.
Oh,
I
okay.
live
Not far from me,
northern
but
Missouri, King City, Missouri.
my team driver just decided he wanted to do cocaine on the 4th of July and failed his drug test. So now I'm not. I got all these team loads to run, and I don't have a team person. I was paying him $2,000 a week just to ride with
Yeah,
me.
that team thing is hard, man. You got to understand, 18 years in a cell with someone.
It's tough,
hard.
but for a month,
Tony,
to get your $4,000, man.
Tony, I'll tell you this before I go on to the next question. Like I said, man, we did tell you about this area that we're talking about. I would say keep knocking on doors. Don't worry about an opportunity that hits you up and you can't move for it right away. But I'd say, listen, man, this is the end goal.
I got a YouTube video. I got a YouTube video. The YouTube video is called "How to Get a Job in the Oil Field." So start there.
All right, Tony. Listen, I think
I
this
already
is the
started
end goal
watching
for
them.
someone like you.
I'll still drop my number in the thing. I mean, I'm not saying no to the team thing, but you got to understand where I'm coming from. I mean, 18 years
Yeah, bro.
in a cell with all different kinds of people. I'm a clean person, and I just don't take no shit, man. I just don't.
You don't have a truck? You don't got a job right now? Is that the
No,
problem?
I'm in a drug. I'm driving a manual Peterbilt right now, but I'm complete owner operator for 60 cents a mile.
All right.
But
Just
yeah,
put
go
your
ahead
number in the chat.
go ahead and drop your number in the chat.
Hey,
Tony,
Tony,
we're gonna be
appreciate
here
you.
for a while. So
Yeah, guys. Go
what's the
ahead.
next question? Anybody got another question?
Hey,
Yeah, I got a
ask you-
question. I got a question.
All right, Davey.
I'm curious. I'm curious about how it works as far as the weather. I think you mentioned it.
ignore it.
No, bro, Kevin, we got you. Don't worry. But just let
I'm gonna be
Damien.
real
Oh,
quick,
okay.
brother. I ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna be real quick. So I've been in the dump truck business in New Orleans, and the rain killed me. So I'm wondering if it's the same out there as far as like rain and snow. How does that affect the workflow?
We still keep working, brother. You know, unfortunately, like, you know, if the job calls and it's raining out, it's just part of the job.
Oh yeah, that's easy for me because I mean I worked in the environment. I used to work for Cedar Clean for years, so I'm familiar. I used to operate the vac truck, so this like right up my alley for me.
Yeah, there's no difference, bro. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
does it rain all
there's
the time? No. Does it snow all the time? No. But there are days that it does, and operations keep going. If it
Oh
gets
yeah, that's
really bad, then they shut shit down. You know,
right.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
if it's
Right,
pouring
right.
down wind eventually, like they'll shut down the roads because they don't want to destroy the roads. So
But
they
know
say,
this, that like even if it shuts down for a day or 2 or 3 days, like bro, it's an absolute fucking frenzy for a week and a half to get back on schedule. Like it's insane, guys. Like it doesn't matter. You get your money. But
Yeah.
yeah,
What
yeah.
about when it's like -40 in the wintertime?
I think shutdown is at -50.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's certain operations
So,
bro,
that
it's
follow
it's
different
not negative.
guidelines.
-40 sounds scary, bro. It's not that bad. It's really
Bro,
not.
what, but
it's not
what's
that
up?
good. But
What's up?
being
What's up?
out there, having worked at you guys' selves, obviously, at least for a little bit, and experiencing that, like, how did you how did you manage? Like, what kind of gear did you need, and
You just put
all
some.
of that to be able to keep your fingers, you know?
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, like it's in the course, but I'll just tell you because it's just gear, you know. There
Okay.
we use the Fortress gear, so like the Fortress
Uh-huh.
pants and then the Fortress like Under Armours, and honestly, you have that with some Under Armour 4.0s, and then you got the winter muck boots with like double layer socks, and then you have glove liners with some winter gloves on. You're good.
Yeah,
Good
but
deal.
they don't let you sit outside the truck no more like that. Like we were out there for almost an hour at a time in -40 with that gear. They don't have you guys do that anymore. A lot of shit's changed in the last few years. We don't have roughnecks anymore. We have fluff necks, but it's just how it's changing and stuff. So they'll pay you to just kind of like stay warm and all those things. But I want to get back to Kevin. Kevin, tell me, man, Mr. Wright, you and I
Yeah.
had a conversation. Talk to me. How'd you like this one?
Oh, you
Kevin
talking to
Willoughby.
me, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. The conversation was good. I'm a over the road truck driver. I've run when I say miles, I'm definitely #1 driver at my company for 3 years. It's getting mundane. It's getting nut ass drivers out here. It's just getting crazy. I'm doing so many miles, 4,000 to 5,500 miles a week, every week. Like that's crazy. I'm not making is it's not getting it anymore. It's getting, not getting. But the what you dropped in was spot on. If the money that you say that it is, then I mean, I guess you got to do it. I mean, you got to just try. If it don't work, you can always go back home. Well, I'm from Philly, so I can always go back to Philly and go back over the road. So I can't wait to the one-on-one call, the link, and then
Yeah.
I can ask some more in-depth questions.
I will let you guys know, and I forgot to tell you this, leave your standards at the door. Okay. Some people have wanted to purchase the program and stuff, and then I find out like, hey, bro, I don't want to live in a truck for a couple days. And I'm like, bro, for this money, are you shitting me? You know, and they're like, nah, nah. Like it's not for you. Certain standards like, oh, hey, I can make that type of money, but no, I'm not gonna do cold weather. You know, I'm like, listen, man, there's nothing I can do for you then. You know, when you guys have oh, hey, I only drive 18 speeds. You know, is there 10 speeds out there? Things like that. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes you jump in the truck and you got this. Well, no, I'm a steering wheel holder type of guy. I'm like, well, you're not a $1 million type of guy. Sorry, you got to get going. So when you guys have standards, that will fuck you up. We all talk shit about them women with them standards, right? I need 6'9" guy, 600 horses, a 6 foot pound. Listen, same fucking thing with these truckers out here. They all got fucking standards, and they all think that, oh, I got 1, 2, 3 trucks. Now I'm big dick swinging. No, put the pride to the side. Okay, do not be petty about certain things. We had a guy, we paid him out like $38,000, and there was one invoice that got a little disrupted or whatever,
He thinks.
and it's in the funnel, and he's all getting hissy and pissy. It's like, bro, it's $1,000, man. We're gonna get it settled out. Like, don't even worry about it. It got fucked up in the system or whatever,
Well,
and
it's not wrong.
he's acting
Yeah,
a certain way over it, you know.
it didn't because there's a good chance I'm gonna look into that, and he was the one in the wrong. So fuck him.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of people out here that are have so many standards. They're like, oh, well, I'm a trucking fucking company. You know what I'm saying? It's on my terms. And no. I told somebody not too long ago after the July 4th. I remember I called him and I was like, hey, can you do night shifts? And he's like, no, I don't want to do night shifts. I was like, cool, fuck it. What about tomorrow? All right, cool. What time? I said 6 a.m. I need you to be on location. He's like, 6 a.m. Are you serious? And I was like, bro, that's when we start. It's like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? And he just called me a couple days prior saying, hey, man, he needs to get work going because he's becoming broke and all this shit. And it's like, bro, I told you to be there at 6 a.m. and you're giving me slack? Fuck no. You need to treat us like as if we're your father and you love us, or grandfather, or Jesus, because that's how we need to treat you guys too. At the same time, you got some brokers out here that are so just done with the disrespect. They treat you a certain type of way, yes. But let them, I don't give a fuck who I'm working with. If they're paying me out $500,000 a year, bro, go ahead and speak to me however you want. I'm gonna get this money. Remember that fucking shit, because some of you guys will feel a certain type of way because you got a company man out there that's dealing with a bunch of dumbass green hats fucking his workover rig up. You pull up and you're all chippy and you're like, can't wait to make this money. You're like, how are you, sir? And he's like, don't fucking talk to me. Go get with them and do that. And he won't even look at you and he'll throw his hand out in the air. Don't fucking feel tried. Understand that everyone's dealing with shit out here. You need to keep your composure and get this fucking money. Remember that. Because I've seen people say, fuck that shit, and cuss somebody out, a company man, and that company man says, never again are you on my site. And then if I get a call saying, hey, tell this person can never be on my site again, I got to fire him. That is not good. Do not burn a bridge that could make you millions of dollars in the future. You're out your fucking mind. Yep. That's a big deal. Another thing, we always drop a lot of things, some gems and stuff that you guys don't understand that's gems. But another thing is, some of you guys are mechanically inclined. I see a lot of people recently fucking up shit because they'll work all night or work all day and they'll try to fix their own shit because they don't want to pay a mechanic because they don't want to spend a couple extra bucks. And they'll sit there for 4 or 5 hours fixing something that a professional mechanic could have done in 1 hour. And they could have gotten sleep and been rested for the next shift. But they didn't because they wanted to save the couple bucks and they fucked themselves because they're too tired to make it on time. And then I got to fucking fire them. Don't be petty about shit. If you're not an expert at it, don't fucking do it. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, I got one. Well, I asked where the water comes from. I mean where the water comes from that you haul in.
Like typically, like if we're like, let's say we're hauling in fresh water.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Tony?
Okay, so you take clean water to the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clean, sometimes salt water. I mean, it could be different things. It could be heavy water that's made in the lab, basically. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
So no, so we're not freshwater guys. Like we're any type of fluid that they need hauled out or in.
You could either be picking up
Okay.
from a freshwater depot, from a saltwater supplier. You could be grabbing freshwater from a ditch. You could be grabbing saltwater from
guys. We've made hundreds of thousands of dollars because the rain floods a pad, and they want us to come in with 5, 6 guys and suck water off the pad for weeks. Because
that's where I was going with this. This is where I was going with that. So flood water is fine too.
Everything water. If you can suck
everything
it,
you can suck up.
Yeah, if you can suck it under your fingers, sometimes we'll go as far as sucking like solid waste, like sand.
Yep.
Okay. As long as they're paying us, and they pay us to do a lot of different shit.
Yeah, they pay you to wash your trailer out. They pay you for everything that you do with that damn shop vac, basically.
Okay. All right.
But we're not a hydrovac. Hydrovac's different. Hydrovac is like fucking pressure washing and sucking up like crazy ass shit. We're not hydrovac, and we are fifth wheel trucks. We're not bottle trucks. We're not the kind with the tanker on the truck. Those trucks are too expensive and they don't have a lot of work out there. That's different in Ohio and certain regions like that. You need bottle trucks. We're fifth wheel truck only.
Good.
And no wet kit needed.
Always a wet kit or a side mount.
I get more into that when we have our 101. Why I asked that.
You do need a wet kit on your tractor?
Wet kit or side mount, one or the other.
Okay.
Yep.
Just sold one too.
Time to buy it back. Go find that, track that guy down.
Whoa, no. Don't go buying no side. Don't go buying no side mounts or wet kits or hydraulic pumps or any shit for your trucks outside of this state. Too many people have came here with the wrong fucking setup, and they got to pay more money to get it done right. You make sure
specific size lines, and you need like the right down pump.
if you don't have a truck, you buy it in house, meaning you buy it here in the Bakken. Don't buy it from a different state. I would tell you why.
When we first started, like we bought a truck from Colorado, had a wet kit. Well, he installed the wet kit, I believe. Drove it out here. When we got here, the mechanics from North Dakota looked at it and literally started laughing at us. Literally laughing at us first day on the job, being like, "This isn't gonna work." And then we had to spend all this money like switching shit up.
So yeah, understand that any setups or anything, or if you got some dipshit out there that's like, oh, I know everything there is to know about that business up there, I'll get this slapped together for $200. Fuck him. You will get screwed right off the rip. And by the way, these are things that we tell you guys in the platform. There ain't no fucking questions you guys are going to ask right now that you don't touch base on. I do want to let you know.
So yeah, guys, go ahead. Is there anything else you guys want to ask?
So say I pay the money and I pack my shit up and I head out there and I need to rent a trailer and yada yada. How many days once I'm there you think till I could get to work?
Like I said, within your first 30 days, you'll be an owner operator. Oh, whoa. To get to
he said bring a truck, he said rent a trailer and everything. We have people out here that call us and they're already leased on their first way to their job within 2 hours. That's just how quick we do it.
We got to run under your authority.
No, you don't run under our authority. You have no authority, no DOT, no MC numbers.
But I don't recommend you just literally you buy the course, you pack up, and you get here first. You like buy the course, review the information, set the things up you have to set up before coming out here. And then you come out here. But honestly, how we have things structured, we tell you we teach you guys a way to basically set yourself up with opportunity before you even get here. So as soon as you step foot in North Dakota, you already got shit lined up.
Yeah, no. If you guys skip any steps and shit and you fail, like don't fucking call me for your money back. Hell no. Do not try me on that shit.
Thinking about spending any money if I wasn't planning on listening to somebody that already figured it out the hard way.
Yeah, guys, I beg you because
game you're spitting.
A few people have came out here and skipped fucking steps, and yes, I helped them get back to where they need to be, but I can't promise that anymore. I have too much going on. Right now, we've already probably missed about 15, 20 phone calls. I've got text messages going, and I can't wait to get to them. But like, guys, we're getting too busy to be able to help you out of a bind if you don't do it our way. That's all I'm saying. It's not to be like, hey, you're a fucking idiot and you're going to be disciplined. No, I don't want you to fail.
Yes. So what's up, guys? Any more questions, or can we get back to operations?
What insurance do you have to carry?
It's part of the program, brother. But commercial, auto, pollution, or commercial, pollution, general, and umbrella.
Okay.
So those are the different insurance, and we give you the insurance brokers, and like we tell you guys what you guys need.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, but remember, with these phone calls, guys, a lot of these things can be answered. I just didn't know if anybody, I wanted to vibe with you guys, be able to kind of get more on outside of our mundane way of speaking, kind of vibe with you guys, just to show a little bit more of our personality. If you guys book those phone calls, we'll spend that time with you, okay?
So we book the phone calls once we get the link.
Yep. Once you get a link, it'll shoot you guys over to the calendar, and you guys can book whatever slot you guys want.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and we do this every Wednesday. So the more you guys consume, the more you guys inherit our ideology, the easier it's going to become. Just saying, get on that YouTube channel and just watch that shit. I don't give a fuck if you subscribe. I don't care if you like it. None of that. That's not what the YouTube channel's for. It's not for fame.
But if you subscribe, that'd be super cool. Just saying.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But I just need you guys to consume as much knowledge as possible so you're experts when you get out here. I don't want to hire a lawyer that hasn't gone through a lot of lawyer schooling and has history and has experience.
All right, guys. We'll call these again, guys. Everyone will get a book a call link. I will say, appreciate the time. Spending an hour and a half to give a fuck about what someone says means a lot to us. So thank you very much for your time, guys. And
yeah, we got to get back to operations, man. This is 24/7. I'm sorry to cut it short, people, but we'll be here every Wednesday. We'll see you on the phone calls. I fuck with y'all. Please come out here and help us with the vision.
All right,
That's-
brothers. Brothers and
Sounds
sisters.
good.
We got a couple sisters in the chat too.
Yeah, yeah, brothers and sisters.
We'll see y'all.
All right, peace.
Yeah.